Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to uh, give you guys or talk about some of the tips you can employ during wedding planning. Now I met a year in marriage and I've been wanting to share some of the tips and some of the ideas I employed when we were organizing for our wedding. But before I start, I just want to talk about this cute bag I got from Miniso. Okay, so I first saw or heard about this supermarket from some Kenyan YouTube channels I watch. Then Maya shot a video where she went to Miniso and we actually have a branch at Garden City. So yesterday I went there. I told myself I actually have to check it out. So I went there yesterday and they have very nice things. They're cute. You know, if you're into those cute, small, tiny, nice things, then this supermarket or this store is the place for you to go to. So I got myself this makeup bag, which I'm actually carrying in my handbag. And I'm also wearing Nuba number 6. I realized this lipstick actually looks different depending on your skin tone. So, you know, on a lighter person, it might look different. The same way it looks different on me, but I like it very much. And I'll also be sipping on my green juice today. But let's dive right into the video. Anyway, so right now we are in Lent, but we know immediately after Lent, the weddings are going to just come out full bloom. So at the moment, most people are having wedding meetings, organizing, prepping themselves for their weddings, which will start in April after Easter. Yes, I'm going to just share with you guys some of the tips you can use, especially for those that are planning budget weddings. You want something small because that's what we did. We wanted a small wedding and we didn't want a wedding that was going to cost so much money. We didn't want to spend a lot and you know, get back from everything with debts to pay, loans to pay. Yeah, so we decided, number one, to first have some money set aside before. Actually, we didn't even want to have wedding meetings, but you know, with our parents it's a bit hard to convince them otherwise. But we had planned prior, and we started saving up some little money that we knew we wanted to use. And when the weddings when the meetings came along, it was just an added advantage. But the first tip I will share with you is to make Pinterest your friend. Now Pinterest has so many ideas. It has so many boards pinned by so many different people, giving you ideas on flowers, decoration, how you want the setup to be, dress ideas, hairstyle ideas. So the first tip I will share with you is to make Pinterest your friend. If you do not have a Pinterest account, I would suggest you open one and just create a board. You could privatize it because Pinterest has that option in case you don't want people snooping around and finding out what it is you're planning. So you could have secret boards where you just pin all the ideas you have, and so many people have different ideas that are very interesting and that you could find very helpful. So that would ideally be my first tip. Go onto Pinterest, create a board, and just pin all the ideas you come across that you feel would be great or that you would want to integrate into your wedding. Second tip would be basically what I spoke about in the beginning, which is to have a budget. Have a budget that you and your partner have started, and this budget includes money the two of you have put aside to help you kickstart the preparations for your wedding. Because the thing I realized from wedding meetings is that you can't rely on people. People tend to pledge certain amounts of money, and then they either can't make it to fulfill their pledge or altogether, or they'll give you less than what was pledged. So have a budget. Don't entirely rely on people. That's the one thing I learned, because you'll be disappointed. You'll feel like no one has your back, no one wants to support you, and yet at the same time that is not the case. So have a budget that you have put aside for the two of you to help you kickstart the preparations for the wedding. Tip number 3 would be to handle all the money yourselves, you and your partner. We've had stories where people create committees, and on these committees they'll put treasurers. So these are basically the people who receive the money and the people who distribute the money to the different other committee members in charge of different things. But the one thing I learned was that if you handle the money yourself, basically the groom to be or the bride to be, if you handle the money yourselves, you're able to allocate it easily to the different service providers. You're able to have accountability for each and every cent that you've received. And at the end of the day, you will not have issues of either having service providers not being paid. And we know the service providers can hound you after your wedding, or even during the wedding. They can cause you so much stress because they're demanding certain balances from you. But if you're able to handle the money yourselves as the two of you, the partners in this whole preparation, you can keep paying the service providers slowly by slowly with each contribution or amount of money you're able to save up. And you'll find that on the wedding day itself, you have no debts, you have no balances, you don't have people hounding you down and telling you that they still need some money from you. Yeah, so it's something I personally did. I personally handled all the finances during our preparations, and I paid the different service providers. I made sure to pay them before allocating the money to any other thing. My fourth tip would be to, and this is for those who are simple, because we know for every girl, you want your wedding to be out of this world. It's like that day you dream of from when you were young and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I would say sometimes simple goes a long way. Remember, it's one day, right? You don't want to spend a lot that could help you after the whole celebration. So don't be extravagant. Try to live within your means. The other thing I've noticed about we millennials, we want to live over and above our means, or we want to be better than the next person, or to outdo what a friend of ours did or what someone did. But simplicity, there's having something simple but very, very beautiful. And in that simplicity, you're able to actually pay attention to detail. And I guess the most important thing is the church ceremony. If you're going to put all your energy and effort into having a beautiful church ceremony, the reception is A or B. It's anything else. At the end of the day, you exchanging your vows in front of a congregation filled with relatives and friends, you having a priest preside over your exchanging of vows, and he's good, and he gives a very good sermon, and he just makes you feel like this is something you can do in my opinion, to me, that is what a marriage ceremony is about. So be simple, pay attention to detail, look out for beauty as compared to extravagance, because there's having a multi-million-dollar wedding, and then at the end of the day, people will still talk. They'll either say the food wasn't good, they'll either comment on the fact that you were not smart. I don't know, but if you stay true to who you are and you just have a simple, beautiful ceremony, at the end of the day, those memories that you'll make will last longer compared to having something big and it's just filled with all this chaos and confusion. Finally, number 5, marriage is about starting something new with someone. You're starting a new life with someone, you're starting a new chapter in your own life and on your journey on earth. So it's very important, by the way, for you to take the classes that the church puts in place very seriously. These days, most churches offer premarital counseling, and I know some of you will say it depends. There are couples that have gone through premarital counseling and things still don't work out, but there's a reason why these classes have been put before us, because the church has a responsibility to individuals or to people who are getting married, whereby if something doesn't work out, basically the first person to be asked will be the church, and they'll be asked, what did you do to prepare these two people for a marriage? What steps did you take to help them when they were experiencing problems? Because just like any relationship, even with marriage, there are problems here and there. So I would say take the premarital classes very seriously. Try to attend all of them. They are not for nothing, and you've actually paid for them when you pay your church fee. So attend them, read the verses you're given, make the church your friend, because in case of anything, they'll be there to support you. They'll be there to lift you up, and in all things, trust in God. Like, put everything to Him, your troubles, your fears, everything, just put it to Him, and He will help you, He will guide you. So yeah, those are some of the tips I wanted to share with you guys. I know they might not be all that, I don't know, but to me, there were some of the things that helped me, and I hope if someone is out there watching and you're getting ready for your wedding, you could pick a few of these tips here and there and see if they work for you. But to each their own. What worked for me might not work for you, but you can incorporate some of these ideas. Yeah, so I hope those have been very helpful. And once again, thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for coming back. To all the new subscribers or new people coming to watch my channel, thank you for coming. Please stick around. Please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me so much. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Wow, I know I look extra today. I don't know about this.